Hello, I'm the Beauty Professor, and you can find my beauty blog at beautyprofessor.com. Today I'm excited to show you a get ready with me routine that culminates in this look that you see right here, featuring some old favorites and brand new products I'm loving. I'll cover everything from styling my hair to skincare, and there's definitely some newness in the skincare category, all the way to, of course, finishing the look, powder, lips, the whole enchilada. So that's what's coming up for you. I truly hope you're doing well. I can't believe how far along into fall we are here in Southern California. It's still really warm, so it's hard to imagine that Thanksgiving and Christmas are just around the corner. I'm wrapping up the semester next month, so that's been quick. It always feels like a runaway train by the time we get to this point. But grateful for everything. Johanna, who's napping right now, is going to be 16 months in another week or so, which is just mind-boggling, and she's amazing. She's like such a little person now, running around, talking, feeding herself. It's too much, really, for me to even comprehend, but we love her so much, and she's just brilliant. Let's jump into the tutorial. To save some time, I already put my hair in hot rollers, and I just really sectioned it off into like 5 or 6 sections. You can put a whole head of rollers in, like 10 or 12, but I usually just use 6 or 7. So the key for me is I'm taking them out for you to show you the curl. This is after 10 minutes with the hot roller. This is day 2 hair. Is that you want to make sure your hair is really well brushed before you put the curlers in. Otherwise, it's a bit of a struggle to get them out. But as long as it's well brushed, then they just slip right out and you have minimal hair loss, which is going to happen with any kind of roller situation. It's always going to pull a little bit out, but I get very little, if any. I can do this without a mirror these days. I've done it enough times that I don't even need it, but certainly working in front of a mirror is advantageous as well. If I had used a styling spray, or perhaps was on day 1 of my hair being washed, the curl would be more pronounced, or if I left it in for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes and just ran around and did other things. But today was a 10-minute morning, and so 10 minutes of curls are what you're going to see. For skin, I'm going to show you my whole routine, and half of what I'm going to show you I could easily do at night as well, but I'll show it to you in the context of this whole getting ready moment. So for cleansing, I've been loving the Prairie Crystal Micellar Water. I'm a very minimalist cleanser in the morning. I feel like I go to bed with pretty clean skin. Of course, I've got skincare on top, but I lay sleeping on my back, so my skin just needs a quick wipe down in the morning. That's what works for me. I'm not saying that will be sufficient for everyone, but that's what I've learned at this phase in my life works for me. So I just use this on a cotton pad and get everything nice and clean. This cleanses without stripping, leaves my skin feeling very balanced and ready for the skincare to come. Then I've been experimenting / testing with / testing the UBeauty resurfacing compound. This is by Tina Craig, otherwise known as Bag Snob on the internet, and this is her personal line that she's created. It's a singular product that's designed to take care of, it's a singular product that's designed to replace a whole bunch of other products in your skincare routine. So I'm using this in conjunction with moisturizer. I put this on first. It's a very light, clear serum, and it spreads very, very easily. So one pump for me takes care of business, and I can bring it all the way down my neck, almost to the décolleté. It's designed to brighten, refine pores, smooth. It's definitely intended to topically improve the skin. I'm on day 5 of testing it, and so far so good. I'll report back soon enough, but in the meanwhile, I just wanted to let you know I've been working with this. Then I go ahead and add a single pump of the Augustinus butter, the rich cream. This is great for my drier winter skin right now, and certainly I use this year round. I've talked about it constantly on my channel and on my blog. I am a devotee, and so this would come next on top of the compound I just discussed. Now for treatment, I want to show you my process with 2 of my favorite light devices. I am a big believer in chromotherapy. I love these two pieces from Skin Inc., and these are the ones that I reach for most. So this first one is the Optimizer Voyager Tri-Light. I've shared this with you guys for the last couple of years since I was introduced to it. This is like this. You have multiple light options. I like to use this to brighten and lift my skin, to refine pores, and it also increases collagen production. So what I would do on cleanse, I'm just going to show you right now my process. I would add some of the Skin Inc. hyaluronic acid. These, of course, can be mixed into a much larger, personalized formulation. But for me, you just need any water-based serum. So I'm just going to put this on my face and then use my Tri-Light to activate. I'm using the red. This, of course, gives microcurrent as well as chromotherapy. And I just bring it across my skin like this. You can use this for 10 minutes at a time, and that's typically what I do. Sometimes I do this in the morning, sometimes I do this at night. Just depends on my schedule. But I notice clear and calibratable results when I use this regularly. It's actually very relaxing. You can't feel a thing. You hear a little bit of sound as it's interfacing with your skin, but it just feels like a nice light massage. Now for eyes, and I definitely need some extra attention in my orbital region. Certainly sleep is not something I'm getting an abundance of lately, really ever in my life, but certainly now. So I'm operating usually on like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. I meet my deadlines, I do my typing and grading late at night after Joey's asleep because I certainly want to maximize my time with her during her waking hours. So that ends up being me staying up very late. That takes a toll on this area here. So I'm dealing often with darker circles, puffiness, just general fatigue, and Skin Inc. has a device for that. Here is the Tri-Light Bright Eyes. This looks so futuristic. Check this out. I like to use this in the morning if I have time and I know I can really take care of this area before heading out the door, or in the evening as a rejuvenating, soothing, and restorative treatment. I add some more of that hyaluronic serum. You can use any water-based eye cream or serum. I just stick with this for consistency. I move it all around my orbital area here. I'm already prepping my skin with moisture. And then I turn on the Tri-Light Bright Eyes and pop it on. Now it's designed to not cause any harm to your eyes while you wear it. And the red light here is restoring my skin. It's counteracting darkness and discoloration. It's encouraging collagen production. It's smoothing out fine lines, and it's also reducing puffiness. All the things you want from any eye product that you're dealing with. So it is important to note that there is also another light setting. This is for glow. The yellow is for glow, so I could just wear it here and get the glow benefit. And then the orange is a combination of the red light and the yellow light. And so you get both light benefits in a single setting. A quick tip and trick that I've learned is that you can also wear it here on your neck area if you're wanting your neck skin to receive the same chromotherapy benefits. So it can be worn here, and I've learned it also can be worn on the scalp. So if you're looking, we've learned that there's a connection between red light chromotherapy and hair regeneration. And so if you're looking to access some of those benefits, it can actually be worn up here. On to the makeup. So today I'm going to show you a look at some pieces that have been a consistent part of my routine, and also, of course, some newness, because that's what I do. So we're going to start today with a tried and trusted formulation. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I just go ahead and put shade number 4 in 4 areas of my face. And then in this case, I'm going to use a dampened beauty blender to expedite the application. This always adds an extra something to the face, to the skin. It's glowy, it's lightly tinted, it's Just makes your skin look so plush and nourished. And I use it, though it can be used atop makeup, I like using it as a primer. Then for foundation today, I'm going in with my Kosas Tinted Face Oil in shade number 6. I recently rediscovered this in my stash and forgot how much I liked it. It's clean beauty, green beauty, certainly great for all skin types, and don't let the word oil cause you concern. It doesn't feel like an oil at all, but you can see this is about 1 drop, and I'm just gonna apply it with my fingertips and distribute it. Now, sometimes I use my fingertips, other times I'll go ahead and use a beauty blender. I might use a little bit of both in this case, so bringing it down. Shade 6 is a good match for me year-round. I find that it gives my skin nice medium coverage that's neither too light nor too dark. It doesn't oxidize on my skin, so the shade that you see is the shade that you get all day. And this formula just makes your skin feel amazing. Smooth, refined, healthy, moisturized, and even when you take it off, your skin feels great. So I can't recommend this foundation enough. I think that it is a worthy option if you're looking for a light, clean base. For concealer, I'm working with the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC3. It's been a lifetime concealer for me. I keep it preloaded on a little retractable lip brush because it's handy, it stays in my makeup bag, and I'll just go into any area where I feel like I need a little extra coverage. Once this sets, it does not budge. A little goes a very long way, so you want to apply this conservatively. But I hope they never discontinue it. It's a favorite. Then I'll use the Clé de Peau Radiant Corrector for eyes. This is in the shade Almond, which is the same shade that I wear in the traditional concealer. And I'm just using a touch here. I do find that between the layers I've already applied and of course the eye treatment that I've given myself with the Skin Ink device, that I don't need as much concealer. I'm working with a lighter textured product right now, and then I'll use my same beauty blender to just sweep it through. If you find that the Clé de Peau original cult classic concealer is a little heavy for you at times, and typically I don't, I just apply it more lightly, but if you do, then this click brush version is an excellent option. It gives you that same seamless, crease-free coverage, but just in a lighter texture and consistency. For bronzer, I'm using something that won't be a surprise for any of you who watch my videos or read my posts regularly. It's the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer and Luminous Bronze Light with my trusty Surratt Artistic Cheek Brush. This is a perennial pairing in my makeup routine. I just love it so much, so I reach for it all the time. Now I just bring this through. This is the extent of the contouring I'm going to do, which really isn't contouring at all. It's just more like warming up the face, adding a slight bit of dimension. I do bring it along the perimeters of the face, blend through like this. Everything is warmer, brighter, but still extremely natural. And you can just see it gives this beautiful velvety sheen to the face. It's technically a mix of bronzer and highlighting powders. Additionally, for cheeks, I'm going to apply a bit of the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion in Fresco. I recently discovered this shade, and it almost looks like bronzer, but it's lighter in depth. So I put it right here on the apples of my cheeks. It also has a very luminous texture that just looks gorgeous on the face. It catches light without being overtly shimmery, and I think this is a shade that would be universally flattering. You could wear it with fair skin as even a bronzer. Obviously with light, medium, tan skin, it's going to be more of a blush, and then it could be a beautiful highlight on deep skin. So it's got universal appeal. On to eyes. So I'm going to be working with two main eyeshadow products today. The Surratt Neutral Eyes, which I'll show you in a second. I can't open it with one hand. And the stunning Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, which I've been playing with since its release, and I'm really happy to finally be able to incorporate it into a video for you guys. All right, so first I'm going to apply this cream and powder shadow duo from Surratt. I love this creamy brown shade as a base. You can see it's actually quite pigmented. A little goes a long way, and I'm going to give a sheer application here. Just bringing it all over. The intention here is to then apply the shimmery top coat, and it adheres to this creamy base really effortlessly, so it's crease-free and smudge-free all day. And I'm not going to put any brown on my lower lash line because I have another plan for that. Now, I'll go ahead and apply the peachy shade top. Now you can see it's a very kind of multi-dimensional, luminous peach tone. It's got some duo shift color action going on, and it's great as a neutral eye. Of course, apropos to its moniker. Now, on a quick day, I would just leave my eyes like this, but because I want to show you something a little more dramatic and I definitely want to incorporate this Metropolis palette, I'm going to add more. But this could be a standalone, and I highly recommend it. I've gone through a few of these over the years. Now, with this Metropolis palette, you can see I've used it quite a bit already. I'm interested in kind of a green moment. So I'm going to use this shade right here, which is a beautiful kind of Japanese beetle green. I'm gonna smudge it into the corners here. This is definitely more eyeshadow commitment than I normally have, but I love this shade so much, and I think that it just brings an level of interest to an otherwise neutral face. Okay, you can see it's already kind of changing the look here. And then go ahead and add some of this bronzy tone right here in the center for a little more impact. These shadows are buttery smooth and resistant to creasing as well. And I'll bring a mix of this top kind of warm pinky taupe and some bronze along my lower lash line for some continuity. Now to finalize the look, I'm using the Suku eyeshadow mono in the shade 12, which is my favorite up to the brow bone shade. I use the same brush to just bring it up to my brows, and it just catches the light like nobody's business. To finish the eye, I'll use some Sisley eyeliner in the shade Sparkling Black right along my lower waterline here. This is waterproof and super intensely pigmented. This is my second or third one of these. That's how much I use it. It's always my makeup bag, and it just glides on. You don't have any tugging or pulling, and it's great for sensitive eyes like mine. I wear contacts, I've got allergies, no issues with something that in such a sensitive space. And then for lashes, I'm using, of course, the by Prairie Lash Expert Twist Brush Mascara, which makes a big difference in just 2 coats. Right, now that the majority of my look is complete, I'm going to move on to some finishing products, namely powder and lips. So to set my under eye region and make sure that nothing does any sort of straying over the course of a long day, I'm going to apply the by Prairie Hyaluronic Hydra Powder in shade number 300, which is medium fair, my match for most of the year, my most neutral, just seamless melting in with my skin tone match. And I'm using this dual-ended brush in order to apply it. I like the flat side because I want to get right in there, and I'm just tapping it in. This powder is great for blurring pores and fine lines, and it's good for all skin types. Even if you're dry and naturally adverse to loose powder, I think you'll find that this one, which is infused with hyaluronic acid, is great for keeping everything balanced and moisturized looking. Now I'll use a little bit more on the fluffy side and just bring it all over my face to set everything. You know I like a dewy finish, but this just helps to keep my makeup intact all day. For highlight, I'm working with the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Tinted Highlight in Peau de Pêche, which, this is my second compact of this. It's just a stellar product for a very natural dewy finish. I'm putting a touch across here. I like the fact that it's tinted so you don't get that really bright white pearly effect. That's definitely not what I'm going for here. I put a little bit more on the center of my forehead, blending outward. It gives your skin this real skin look that just looks lit from within. You can see it in the light here. A little more right here. I kind of apply it with Wild Abandon, but a little goes a long way. So I'm definitely just very lightly tapping into the compact. So on my lips during the filming of this video, I already had on a little bit of the Pat McGrath lip liner in Done Undone and some of the Kosas wet lip oil in Jellyfish, which is completely clear and just really hydrating and nourishing. I've learned that I don't like to film an entire video with bare lips and not get to the lips till the end. But now I've kind of blotted things down, and I'll show you the application again. gonna go in here like this. This obviously demonstrates how much I adore this lip liner. It gives you a chance to just lightly overline, but it's so close to my natural lip color that it's not obvious, and it just extends the wear of all lipsticks to come. I just recently picked up a backup of this, which I'm going to need to break into soon. That's enough. It's also like waterproof. It stays on all day. For lips, I'm going to apply the House of Sillage shade Baroness, which is a creamy pinky nude. And this is housed in a brand new case in collaboration with Christian Cowan. Just launched. Is it not just stunning? So I'll apply straight from the bullet now. You can see the opacity. It's such a hydrating formula and just the most perfect neutral shade. Then I'm going to top this look with a bit of this beautiful pinky mauve nude lip gloss from a collaboration with Joanna Ortiz and Erin, the line, and this is called Candelaria Nude. It's creamy and opaque, and I think it complements this Baroness shade so well. Now you just have full, juicy, plump, pinky nude lips that are neither too light nor too dark. And here is the complete look. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video and that you saw some products that you found interesting and fascinating and enlightening, and I would love to know what caught your eye, so please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments box below. As always, there will be a companion blog post for this video with static images and swatches of everything you've seen over on Beauty Professor, so I will link that in the details box below. And I welcome your questions, your comments, and your requests for future video content. Thank you so much for watching, and in the course of a busy week, don't forget to visit me at Beauty Professor, which can be found at beautyprofessor.com. Take care.